Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Getting ready to do a lot of winter camping this year. I got great news, my wife is on the mend, she's doing much better, and I have a lot of adventures planned. I've been winter camping in my DIY travel trailer now for 4 years. During that time, I've only used my wood stove as a heat source, but one of the drawbacks of having just the wood stove as a heat source is when I'm gone from the trailer for an extended period of time, whether that's fishing or doing whatever I'm doing, and the weather is very cold. When I get back to the trailer, sometimes the water pipes are frozen, and it's not a huge deal because I don't have a lot of plumbing in the trailer, but it is kind of an inconvenience, and it's also freezing in here, so it takes a while to get it heated up with the wood stove. So when BougeRV contacted me and asked me if I was interested in doing a review on their new diesel heater, I took them up on it. I've considered getting a diesel heater in the past, but I really wasn't keen on the idea of having diesel fuel inside my living space. They seemed overly complicated, they didn't seem reliable, and I was content with what I had, meaning the wood stove. So in this video, I'm going to show you all about what makes this diesel heater different and why I took them up on their offer. I'm going to show you how I installed it and how it performs in here. The biggest thing is how quiet it is. Really, to me, is like, does it heat up and is it quiet? So when you get your BougeRV diesel heater, let's go over what comes in the box. This is the unit itself. It has a nice stainless steel cover on top with folding metal handles. This is the diesel port where you can fill up your tank. It's a 5-liter tank. It's molded plastic, so it's not going to leak on you. The male screw cap here, it fits nicely, and BougeRV really stresses the fact that you're not going to have any diesel leaks with it, which is very good. Supposedly right here you can see the fuel line, but you really can't really notice where the diesel level is, so it's not a big deal to open it up and take a look. So I've never really worried about that too much. There is a line here, supposedly you can see through it. I'm not able to do it, and I've actually seen some other people online having the same problem. So don't hold your breath that you're going to be able to tell how much diesel is in there, but it is there to take a look at. On the same side here, this is the output. So you're going to have a hose that comes with it, and this hose will go onto here. BougeRV supplies the hose clamps and all the hardware you're going to need to do this. So the heat comes out of here. You also get these little vents, so this will go on here again with a hose clamp, and this you can use to put inside your living space, whatever that might be. For me, it's through the floor. So I committed to this. This isn't just a review where I'm not going to be using this. I cut a hole in my floor. That's how happy I am with it. So I'm going to be using it. And this is my floor vent now. So we'll get into the install later, but this is what comes out of my floor, and the heat comes out right basically in front of the camera. So that's this side. I'm going to take this off just for now. Here is the exhaust port. So there's a little cap on here. This comes off. That just stores it. And really what that is for is this is the exhaust pipe that comes with it. Just a crinkly pipe. It's fairly solid. And it has a threaded end here. And that threaded end goes into this right here. And basically all you do is you just twist the pipe around to install it. But at least you know that it's a solid connection, and you don't have to worry it coming loose, because we're talking about an exhaust pipe here, and you're talking about people's lives at stake if you do something wrong, because carbon monoxide clearly can kill people very quickly, and you don't want this exhausting into your living space or anywhere near your air intake for your living space. So on the end of the exhaust pipe goes the muffler. This comes with it, comes with the necessary clamps to put on it, and it does make a difference in how quiet the heater is. So take this exhaust pipe off for now. There's nothing on this side here, and this side here is the control panel and the air intake. So very important to have this clear, and obviously the exhaust pipe is shooting off the exhaust fumes in a different direction, and this is where the unit gets the air to heat up. It runs through the heat source and then comes out the ductwork. One of the great things about this heater is that BougeRV gives you 3 ways to power this. There's a nice AC adapter that I am going to be using because I installed a outdoor GFI plug on Eddie, so I can just run an extension cord underneath the trailer and use the AC adapter to plug it in. That is the way I will be doing it, and I think it's convenient probably for most people. Another cool option that BougeRV supplies you is a battery terminal setup. So right here, this connection goes in, and if you had a like a trolling motor battery or any sort of battery that you wanted to hook these up to the terminals, you can run it on that. And then it has a cigarette plug that I probably will not necessarily be using. It is handy. The drawback with the cigarette plug is that on startup, this is going to draw over 12 amps, and most of the battery packs, your portable battery packs, usually the cigarette outlet usually has a maximum of 10 amps, so that'll be problematic. So make sure you check if you have plans on using your battery pack to power this with the cigarette holder. Make sure that you can run it if it draws more than 10 amps. So just to let you know, I won't be using this, I'll be using the AC adapter. So the control panel is very slick. We'll go over that in a minute. And it also has Bluetooth, so you can use an app on your phone to use it, which I've been doing, and I really like the app. Okay, so we'll fire up the BougeRV app. Let's see. There we go. I don't know if you heard the little beep. So right now I can feel air coming out of the ductwork, but it's cold. And what's happening right now is that the heater is just starting to go through its ignition phase. It usually takes a few minutes. And you'll actually see the progress in the combustion efficiency spot right here. You can start to feel the warm air come out of it now. And there you go, ignition. Cool little diagram on there, shows you that heat is coming out. And sure enough, I can feel the heat coming from the floor. And it's hard to test sound on a video because I can adjust the sound any way I want. So that's the sound of it on high, 5 kilowatts. I don't know if you see there. But I drop it down to 1.4, and it's really quiet, and you don't hear that ticking sound once it ignites. That's another nice thing about it. So basically you're just hearing air moving through the duct. So you get an idea of the sound. I'm going to turn it down. Not sure if you can tell the difference, but it has gotten a lot quieter since it's gone down to 1.4 kilowatts. The only drawback for me is that the metal in the trailer and everything else, the app, if I'm lying down, which I would be doing in bed here, and I wanted to turn the heater on or off, it's finicky. It works great if you're just outside. If you're using this in canvas tents or anything like that, I doubt you have anything to worry about. If I stand over basically where the camera is and the heater is directly underneath the floor, I have no problem with the app. The further I get away from it, there's a lot of interference, so it seems to act up a little bit. But overall, I've walked around with it, I've been in my garage using it. The app works really well. And another thing you get is this cool remote control that can go on your keychain, and this works really well. So this I have not had any problems with anywhere in the trailer. It turns the heater on and off. Works really well. And one last thing on the unit, the control panel actually comes off, I guess, to give you a better look at it. If you're in an awkward position, you can kind of move it to get a view of the screen. And the screen is really well lit. You push it on and you can see the different controls and the information on there. You turn the button to adjust the temperature. I'll probably be using the app mostly because I think it's very convenient, but obviously you can do all the controls here. In case I forgot to mention it, there's actually a timer setting where you can set it to come on and off at different time intervals. So it gives you the option of starting it in the middle of the night, that sort of thing. So you can do all that with the timer, and you can do it with the app as well. So that's really all there is to explain about the unit. I'll show you quickly how I installed it. It's not really a very complex installation. Basically what I did was cut a hole in the floor of the trailer. The trailer floor is 3/4 inch plywood. Underneath the plywood is a sheet of aluminum. On top of the plywood is a vinyl flooring, so you have that much thickness. I'm just using a regular ductwork elbow that fits through there. It happens to fit with the vent hood that BougeRV gives you with the heater. And I find the flexible black hose fits on there nicely, and then I can leave it underneath the trailer to keep it away from the rain and the snow, and I can just pull it out if I need to refuel it. The exhaust pipe sticks out away from the trailer, and you know, the air intake is good, and again I run an extension cord to plug it into to have power. So probably for the next foreseeable future, that is how I will set it up. I don't know if it's going to be a pain to keep dragging it in from underneath the trailer to fill it up. It does last on 5 liters of fuel, supposedly about 30 hours, I think. I'll put it on the screen if I'm wrong. But it'll be like a once a day top up if you're running it constantly on low. So I might have to come up with a better system or some sort of shield. It is supposed to be somewhat weather resistant, but putting it underneath the trailer I think is the best solution. So that's it. I'm really excited to use it. I'm really excited just for this phase of my life. My wife had surgery. It was a big deal. We've had a lot of roadblocks for the last half year, but she's doing much better. Very excited to get out. Winter camping is one of my favorite things to do, and this is going to make it a lot more comfortable. I still love my wood stove. You'll be getting lots of video of the wood stove, but behind the scenes this will be running, and it's going to keep the pipes from freezing. So hope you got something out of the video. There's a discount code in the description of the video if you're interested in getting one of these for yourself. If you found the video informative, I'd really appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up. Even share it, that helps with the video. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel. Love to have you along for my adventures. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.